What up, what up, what up? We are finally back. Welcome to Pete's Corner. Live from Bogeys Sports Bar in Clifton, New Jersey. Yes. I'm your host, Peter Soprano, aka the Sports God. To my right, D Money Drizzy Dre.
What's going on, people? We back.
And like I said, we are finally back. Our faces are in front of you. Dre's not missing. I'm not missing. Like we're finally back. Live. And we're coming off hot week, so it's really good. Our Christmas present to you, our Thanksgiving present to you is the holiday. So we're just trying to give you some money now.
That's it. And the good thing is that we still have another week before Thanksgiving, and we still have over a month right before Christmas. So we're gonna put a lot of money in your pockets so everybody can eat good and feel good this holiday season.
Exactly. This is our gift to you. First of all, let me give you a couple of the trends that's what's been going on. I hit 3-0 last week with the NFL picks, and I've hit 4 straight of my lot picks. Dre's been on fire, not only winning 3 straight of his second picks, but 7 of his last 10. So he's really ripping it right now.
Yeah, it's neck and neck right now between me and
he took a small lead. He finally got the lead on me. He's up by 2 games on the year.
After this weekend, no more bye weekends.
Yeah, so that's why next week. That's why Thanksgiving we picking all the games, and that's gonna be the new format. We're gonna pick every single game because we know you guys pick games that we may not talk about. Right. And you want some type of advice on it. So starting next week, Thanksgiving weekend, we're going to pick every single game on the NFL schedule, about a minute each on each game so we can fit it all in, still in 15, 20 minutes.
And obviously, as we go along through all those games, we're going to tell you which ones we really like and which ones that we're so-and-so.
Yeah, we're still going to give you a top pick on all that.
But we're going to put you guys in a better position to handpick the games that you guys want to bet on.
Yeah, you don't have to exactly mirror our bets, so now you can have your choice. We're going to give you a choice of all games. So let's get right into it. What's your top pick of the week, Dre?
All right, so my top pick of the week, I'm going to go with the number 1 ranked LSU. They're at home. That's a high spread. They're minus 44 against Arkansas. Arkansas is on a 7-game losing streak. They're 2-8. They're coming off of a 45-19 loss against Western Kentucky.
Just say it.
I don't like how the freshman QB has been playing. Then we have number 1 ranked LSU. They're 10-0, coming off of a 58-37 win against Ole Miss. Again, with the QB and Joe Burrow, Heisman candidate. Yeah. He's been playing hot. I like him.
Projected right now, number 1 overall in the draft.
Guys, look, 44 is a high spread. I usually tend to lean away from high spreads, but LSU's high right now. They're home. Arkansas, like I said, they suck. I'm not a fan of that freshman QB. This game has 68-9 written all over it. Take LSU minus 44.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 55-0.
It's gonna be one of those games, yeah.
All right, I'll give you my top pick of the week. I'm also going for one of the top teams in the top 4, Georgia.
Ooh.
One of the things that you experience after having experience with betting, especially with college football, is when it gets down to the last couple of weeks, the teams that are in 4, 5, 6, they really try to put it on hard because they want to be in that top 4 for the college football playoffs. We saw that last week because we saw Georgia cover easily. We saw at number 4. We saw Alabama cover at number 5. We saw Oregon cover at number 6. And we saw Utah cover at number 7. And all of them cleared by about a touchdown. They all trying to impress to be in that top 4. I can see the same thing happening this week. So my top pick is going to be Georgia minus 13 versus Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a team that they put a little bit of a, not even a fear into Alabama earlier this year. But now they're going to be on the road. They're at Georgia in Athens, and Georgia is a team that, like I said, they're going to try to solidify having that top spot. They know if they run the table, they're in the Final Four. So that's going to be their goal. Is just keep winning, and keep impressing the committee. I think Georgia wins by more. I think Georgia wins that game by about 20. So I'm saying Georgia minus 13 over Texas A&M. What's your second pick of the week?
My second pick
that you've hit already 3 in a row.
All right, let's do it. Second best pick for this week. I'm gonna flirt with the Ohio State game. I'm looking at Ohio State. They're home. They're minus 18 against Penn State. I'm not gonna touch the spread in this one, but I am looking at the over. The over is 56.5. Mm-hmm. See, I have 2 scenarios playing out. In my opinion, I see 2 things playing out in this game. Either somebody's going to get blown out or this is going to be a really tight game. Mm-hmm. Either way you look at it, in my opinion, if it's a tight game, this is going to go down to whoever has last possession. Or if somebody does get blown out, they're getting blown out by obviously more than double digits. We're talking about 20, 30 points. Yeah. 56.5, I'm only asking for 28 points from each team, I think, which is very, very doable, especially with a big game like this. Listen,
both teams can score a lot.
But both teams can score a lot. I think there will be a lot of points. Again, I'm not. If you ask me who covers the spread, I mean, 18's a lot of points. I can see Penn State covering. I think it's going to be a close game, very high scoring. Like I said, if Ohio State does blow them out, they're going to blow them out way well over 20 points. And I can see some garbage time points at the end, though. But I do like that 56.5, especially in college. And two big teams that could put up a lot of points. I mean, I would hop all over, and I am.
56.5? All right. Just to quickly comment on that game, that's a game that I actually considered picking also. What I try to do with certain games, especially a big game like that, I try to predict what I think the spread will be before they put the spread out. I thought the spread was going to be about 14. And
close.
And I was like, if I saw that 14, I'm jumping all over Ohio State. Because I think Ohio State is going to win that game probably about 17 to 20 points. When they made it at 18, I was like, it's right on that line where I was like, I don't know which side to pick, so I left it alone. But I completely agree that that's going to be one of the big games of the week. That's going to be the best game in college football this week. So that's the game that everybody's going to be watching. My second pick of the week, though, I went towards another top team that's trying to impress, Oklahoma. After their great comeback win last week, down 28-3.
That was insane.
Atlanta Falcons know about that score a lot, but after being down after being at 28-3, they come all the way back and win that game last week to beat the undefeated Baylor and give them their first loss. Now they come home to face TCU, who's a 5-5 team. I picked on TCU earlier this year when they played against Baylor and Baylor beat them. And this game is in Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma is going to have all guns to blazing. Jalen Hurts is going to try to put his name back up there in the top three for the Heisman. Oklahoma's trying to get back in that top 7 with an impressive win. And the thing is, they have to make it extremely impressive because they're not playing a top 10, they're not playing a top 20 team, they're not playing a ranked team at all. So they really have to put it on thick. So I don't think this is going to be one of those games that's going to be close. I think they're going to win this game by like 30. I honestly believe this is going to be a 30-point type win. Yeah, and the spread is only 18 right now, so I think Oklahoma's going to go crazy with that game. So my second pick of the week, Oklahoma minus 18 versus TCU. What's your upset pick of the week?
My upset pick of the week, I'm going to drift a little bit away from NCAA football, and I'm going to look at NBA. I did look at the spreads from the NCAA football, and honestly, guys, I wasn't comfortable picking an underdog, and I didn't want to set you guys up for failure either. So I had to drift a little bit, and I'm leaning towards the NBA. We have a lot of games today in the NBA, which is great. I'm looking at Houston Rockets. They're at Denver. They're playing a really good team in Denver. They're +1. It's a pick 'em at this point. I'm just gonna go with the team that's been a little bit hotter. 8-game winning streak in Houston. Obviously, Denver can win at home, but I think Houston goes on the road and takes care of business. And this is another thing too that Pete taught me years ago when, in betting. When you have an underdog and they're +2, always take the money line. Because if you're willing to risk at the +2, what's the likelihood that they're going to lose by 2 points?
Yeah, 1 point.
Or 1 point. Always go money line at that point.
It's completely different than football. In football, you can see 1 point losses like that. But even if it's a 1 point football, I still take the money line.
Yeah,
anyway.
and exactly. And the point that I draw the line in football is 2.5. Because obviously, a field goal could make it or break it. But with 2 points, a point. I mean, I guess you could take the point, but just take a money line. You're going to get a little bit of extra on top of that, especially if you're doing parlays. That could boost your parlay up a lot, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I like
Houston.
Houston.
Plus can boost your parlays up a lot.
Yep. So that's my underdog. And it's tonight, by the way.
And it's tonight. So you got after you listen to the show, you got to get that bet in. What time does that game start at?
9. So
9. All right. So you got a little bit of time because the show will be out probably in the next couple minutes. My upset pick of the week. I also had a little bit of a hard time looking around, but I found one that I think fits me right now. SMU, ranked 25th in the nation right now, is a 3.5-point underdog to Navy. I understand why, because Navy has played well this year. They're a tough team to play against. They run the ball, but Notre Dame showed you that when you can get up early on them, they're not good at coming back because they run the ball so much. Because of that, I think that SMU can get out to even a 10-point or 14-point lead. I think that would be too much for Navy. Even though Navy can score, I think that early lead will put them behind pace of what they want to do. They want to keep this game close. They want to be within 1 score the whole game or be up. If SMU gets out to that early start, I see them winning that game actually pretty good. Man, you just walked in. How you going to throw a red flag for just walking in?
Let's go, boy.
It's good to see you guys.
Two dudes in the Mexican coming up next.
That's right.
That's right. Stay tuned.
Pete's Corner, baby. Pete's Corner.
But listen, SMU I think is being disrespected here by being the underdog. I think they're going to really try to win this game. This is a big game for them. They want to win that division. Right now, out of those teams, Navy and SMU, they're kind of in a battle right now.
Right.
So they really want to solidify that be in the first place. They want to win that division.
SMU
that
hasn't been playing bad either.
SMU's been really good this year. SMU has been ranked for probably about half of the year. It's just nobody really pays attention to them. Nobody recognizes them.
Right.
So I think that's a game that I think that they'll try to feed off the disrespect, get motivated, and win that game against Navy. Do you have any bonus picks?
Of course I do. So I'm gonna go, and I'm looking at tomorrow's game, Thursday Night Football. I'm looking at Houston at home. They're -4. I think it's either -4 right now or about 4.5.
Yeah, it was 4 last time I looked.
So they're -4 at home against the Colts. This is an important game, guys. I'm not a fan of Thursday Night Footballs. Usually the road teams always play horrible on a short week. We saw what happened to Pittsburgh last week. We saw what happened to the Chargers a couple weeks ago in Denver. Again, I could go on, but it's a big game. I'm sure this is a game that Pete's going to pay close attention to, which, this is his division. The winner of this game takes first place in the AFC South. In my opinion, this game should have been on a Monday or Sunday. I don't know why it was. But the point is, I like Houston. They're at home, -4. I know they came off of a really bad loss against Baltimore. The Baltimore's been playing really good football, and again, the Colts too many injuries. Ty's out.
He may play.
Which,
I don't think he will.
And
but,
even if he does,
there's rumors that he may.
And even if he does, I don't feel comfortable. The Colts are coming off of a really good win, but now they got to travel to Houston to
they
take
don't
on
have Mac.
Yes, and they don't have a running back. This is an important game, and the loser sits back, and they're competing against Oakland, Tennessee. Cleveland Browns right behind them. Jacksonville's right behind them. Pittsburgh's right there.
Yeah, don't be mentioning Cleveland Browns. So at least they get over 500.
But yeah, no, I know. But again, these are guys. 6 games in the NFL. A lot of things could change.
If you ain't 500, we ain't mentioning you on the show.
So then, but like I said, that's a very tough spot to to be sitting at. Especially outside of the playoffs. I like Houston in this game a lot, and take them -4.
Well, I'm actually going to go for, and by the way, I actually like that pick also, because if I was going to pick between Houston and Indianapolis, I would go with Houston. I'm going to actually go with a double bonus pick because of Pac-12 football.
Yes.
Now, even though I mentioned earlier about the teams that are in 6, teams that are in 7 trying to impress, I think it's a really tough spot for Oregon and for Utah this week. One, they have all the pressure that they have to find a way to win out. And they know they have that game against each other, and they know the other one actually has to win to help them out, because if one of them loses and drops to 15th, it's not really going to be a big difference of number 16 beating 15. You want it to be number 6 versus number 7.
Right.
So they're both under a lot of pressure to win right now, and both of them are going to be on the road this week. Oregon plays at Arizona State. Arizona State has already played some big teams that had 1 or 2 upsets this year. Herm Edwards, he always plays to win. He's always going to be, he's a former NFL coach, and he's a great coach. So he's going to have them coached up in Arizona State to try to knock off Oregon. And the other Pac-12, like I said, with Utah, they're going to be at Arizona. Arizona played tough up until that last second last week. Arizona's at home, and they always play well at home, and that game is extra late at night as it starts at 10 o'clock.
You know how we love them late games.
So that one leads. Anytime you put football players outside of the normal element, especially for college football, if they're not playing at 7 o'clock, not playing at 8 o'clock, on the East Coast, and then on the West Coast, same thing. If they're not playing at 4 o'clock on the West Coast, it's a little bit different. This game is going to be a 7 o'clock game out on the West Coast. Arizona, I think, is actually 8 o'clock for Arizona. But the point is that it's out of their element. It's a little bit different. It's just like when they play on Friday night. It's a little bit weird. Weird things happen. Arizona, I think, can keep this close. They might steal it at the
That's
end.
like an equivalent to like a short week in the NFL, in my opinion.
It is.
And a lot of the weird things do happen in those type of games that Pete just said. Those late Friday night games, Thursday games, those really late Saturday games that go up to 1 in the morning.
Exactly.
A lot of things happen. It's out of their element.
All right. So
and I do like those picks actually a lot, because those are picks that I was flirting with earlier as well.
All right. So quick fantasy football question we have from my boy B from Philly. He tried to write a freaking essay to me. This guy sent 8 players, and he said start 4 of them. Now he has Ronald Jones, running back from Tampa Bay. He has Dave Montgomery, running back from Chicago. Bo Scarborough, running back from Detroit. Edelman, wide receiver from New England. He has Devontae Parker, wide receiver from Miami. Marvin Jones, the wide receiver from Detroit. Cortland Sutton, wide receiver from Denver. And Tyler Boyd, wide receiver from Cincinnati.
You had to pick 4?
And he said to pick 4.
You want to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Or you want to go first?
No, go for it. Go first.
Me, I mean, Ronald Jones, they're playing Atlanta.
Yeah.
Again, a team that's very up and down. They've been hot lately.
Yeah.
Montgomery, running back for Chicago. They're going up against the Giants, a very stingy defense.
No, they aren't. Don't lie to them. Yo. Don't lie to them.
I'm just saying that because of producers. Edelman, they're going up against who's New England playing?
Doesn't matter. Edelman's gonna go have a good game. Edelman has a good game every game.
Who's throwing to Tyler Boyd? I mean,
exactly. There's some of the games. Some of the names on here shouldn't even be on
here. Is AJ Green coming back?
Yes, he is.
Ronald,
he shouldn't be, but he.
Ron, look, if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Ronald Jones, Montgomery, Edelman, and who's Zion playing? That's Denver, right?
Yeah, they're playing against tough defense. I forgot.
But they're going up against the Bills.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I'll go with Jones, Montgomery, Edelman, and honestly, the other ones are toss-ups. But I'll probably say Sutton. Cam Sutton that one.
I agree. Go with Ronald Jones because Atlanta's rush defense has been up and down this year. Montgomery, I think, actually has a good matchup, so I would actually go with Montgomery. I would actually go with Bo Scarborough. I think Detroit this week they're going to have to run the ball because they don't have Stafford. They're not going to be able to really throw the ball that well, and that's the reason why I'm not picking Marvin Jones, who I would normally pick because he's usually a consistent wide receiver. But with their quarterback situation, I'm not going to go with him. So I actually go with Bo Scarborough, and then obviously Edelman as the wide receiver out of those guys. The reason why I'm not picking the other guys, I don't even got to say why for Boyd because he has nobody throwing the ball. Sutton, same thing. He has a backup quarterback throwing the ball. Jones, same thing, has a backup throwing the ball. And then you got Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing to Devontae Parker and against Cleveland defense. And I just don't like those matchups. I don't like the quarterbacks throwing the ball. No, so I go heavy running back. Even if they have a bad game, they may steal a touchdown to give you some points there. I just rather go with the 3 running backs of Edelman, who's going to, no matter who they're going to get, he's going to get a bunch of catches. So.
Right.
So with that said,
any pickups or anything that you want to?
Well, this was one of the worst weeks I've ever seen for pickups. I'll tell you the truth. I looked through all of them. Bo Scarborough was a hot pickup this week. If you want a defense, Cleveland was a defense to pick up.
I was looking at personally, I was looking at Nyheim Hines from the Colts with
the Colts are going to be weird because they don't even right now. As of right now, they don't know who the starter's going to be.
Yeah.
I think it could be Jonathan Williams who had a very big game for them last week. They also have Jordan Wilkins coming back. Or practicing, so he may be coming back. It's a short week, so not sure completely. Then you got Nyheim Hines there, so they have so many running backs there. Unless you have to start one of them, I would stay away from all of them.
Right, and the other two, of course, leaning towards my team. Unfortunately, we have a lot of injuries on offense. Juju Smith's out, Deontay Johnson's out.
Has Juju been ruled out?
He's been ruled out. Yeah. Personally, I mean, I wouldn't pick
up. My line.
One that sticks out to me is Benny Snell Jr. With James Conner being out, I know they did the jet sweep the last time they played Cincinnati, and I do expect them to do a similar approach this game. I like Benny Snell Jr. in this one, and I don't know if Pete likes him, but personally, I like Nyheim Hines. As a Marlon Mack owner, just hoping and
I think
some shit will happen.
They're all bad. Like I said, this is one of the worst weeks for pickups.
Yeah,
I don't like any of them. So, I like I said, unless you're forced to pick up one of them, I wouldn't. I'm not even high on Benny Snell because if Connor's out, then I think it'll be Samuels.
It'll be Jalen Samuels, yeah, but Jalen Samuels didn't even have a good game against Cleveland.
That was Mason's fault. Mason threw it 4 interceptions. He had a horrible game.
Yeah,
that was on him.
Yeah, but he had no weapons to throw to.
Red flag for Mason.
Exactly.
Hey, at least you didn't hit me in the head with it. Hey, at least you didn't hit me in the head with the flag. Goddammit.
Dude, that was a freaking horrible game. That was just really bad. Like his punishment isn't getting suspended. His punishment is actually having to play. Like that's bad. Like they were horrible.
He almost got suspended for playing that bad.
Yeah, exactly. They should have benched. They should have put Delvin in. That's how bad.
Don't get my hopes up, man.
Delvin played pretty good. They should have left him in there. But listen, that's it for our show this week. We will catch you on Sunday. Big show. Football again. We will actually be live. This is not It's not going to be a recording this time. Hopefully, Dre don't back out.
Nah,
But-
nah.
so
Back
we'll,
out, Dre.
So I'm not backing out.
so we'll catch you Sunday.
I'm not catching those last minute flights.
and coming out soon, 2 Dudes and a Mexican. Once again, we are live from Bogeys. And on Sunday, we will catch you from Blackjacks. Peace.